Giddey against Morant. 5 on the clock. Kick out to Levine. Deschamps for the Bulls. The overall approach has seemed to be, and here she goes, stay in our lane, business as usual. But do you think that'll continue?
And business has been good, Kevin. One of the best attendance rates in the league. But listen, this is a Bulls organization that has to figure out its right direction and see how they can continue to build and find a way to build from the ground up and reach new heights, whether it is going a more rebuilding route, more in the middle route, versus going and really taking big swings. I think this is an organization that is very much trying to find their direction.
Oh, you're kind of setting the table. A lot could happen with this team. Good stuff.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Smart against White. Now here's Levine. Defense is right there. On the wing, Giddey. Guarded by Morant. And again, Chicago. No good. And so it's Smart who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. We have all these great foreign players. Maybe 3 of the top 5 players in the NBA are all foreign players, right? And so much was made of Anthony Edwards. Here's a 22-year-old American player who has maybe the charisma, the game, the everything you could package. It could be our next great player. Is there ever talk around the league about why are European players being so dominant? Where are the great young American players to compete against this great influx of international players?
The grassroots programs, you have to look at what happens abroad and in the States. You have to give a lot of credit to the way that they develop players. Over in Europe, in any of those regions, they do a great job, and those players are hungry, they're driven, they're passionate. They're trying to get here to the States and play basketball at the highest level in the NBA. And you see at the amateur level, there can be a lot of fluidity, there can be a lot of flux, and players are given so much so soon in America. So to be able to have that chip on your shoulder, to have the passion, and to exude the confidence that Anthony Edwards has, the younger generation of players definitely have someone Anthony Edwards to look up to.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Hey, Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of... So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Edie's checked in for Brandon Clark. Santi Aldama comes in for Bain. Wells, he's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Smith checked in for Vucevic. Horton Tucker comes in for Levine. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for White. And MP subbed in for Josh Giddey. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edie. Then it's Santi Aldama. Then it's Pippen. And it's Wells in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Pippen against MP. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Aldama finds Pippen. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
Out left to the wing. Here's Aldama. Drops in the tray. Aldama's got 5 points so far.
An ideal stretch big. Aldama is 6'11" and very good behind the line.
And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're here, we're talking NBA, we're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a third hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put on?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we sign up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Bain comes in for Santi Aldama. Smart's checked in for Wells. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And let's go over to David Aldridge, who has something to say about MP. DA, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David, and that's something you got to have in this NBA. Here's Giddey, and again, it's the Bulls from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
MP looking around. Another 3 for Chicago.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Now here's Morant for 3. Sinks the triple. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Another miss by MP.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Bean passes to Giddey. Over Smart. Another one falls for Chicago. 8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. There's Jackson with the 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Grizzlies up 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
They're thinking Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far. Swerving off topic for a moment, I need you guys to weigh in on this. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, man, it's a hot dog. Cheese, it's right there in the name.
Well, it's got meat, correct?
Right.
It has bread.
Right.
Isn't that what it takes to make a sandwich?
Stuff between bread?
That's not how it works. Every summer they have a hot dog eating contest, not a sandwich eating contest. They're different.
I really feel sandwiched between two great... Let's switch gears to the Chicago Bulls. They're in a tight one after the first half.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. There were a few calls they thought should have. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the...
Switching. MV's checked in. MP against Morant. Jackson looking it over. Back to Morant. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morant's got 12.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
MP, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backcourt. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Bulls trail by 8. And last season, with all the injuries for the Memphis Grizzlies, Stan, Jaren Jackson had to play a bigger role and was effective.
Yeah, Kevin, I think we were all a little surprised at his offensive game. You know, he got more opportunity, and we saw him doing more things. He also played more at the center spot, you know, so he's become a great two-way player. We knew he was always an elite defender.
Absolutely. And here's MP for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Clark kicks to Morant. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
MP, no good. Memphis leading by 6. Three-pointer. And it's Morant missing. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. With some arc. And White, the bucket on the assist by Levine. White's got 4 points now in the quarter. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up, and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
And Memphis making a change here. Aldama's checked in. Here's Smart, and slam dunk by Smart.
Well, Smart plays with great effort and energy.
55 seconds left to play in the third. Williams passes to White. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. White's got 6. Grizzlies have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Bain looking around. Back to Aldama. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from the wing. Bain, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Head always on a swivel. Levine making things happen with his passing.
Morant outside. Pass to Aldama. Fires for 3. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Grizzlies lead by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. They got Jackson. Edey out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Wells, and it's Pippen in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Pass to Edey. Now Wells. High post, Pippen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Pippen's got it all tied up now for Memphis.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
The 3 from MP. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Edey. A second chance effort. He takes it up and lays it in. Edey's got his first bucket in this one.
They are just killing him on the interior.
MP dishes to Smith. And Craig has it in the corner. Pass to Dosunmu. It's good from long range. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Pippen finds Jackson from outside the arc. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Pippen's got 3 assists now in this one. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jaren Jackson's checked in for Edey. Bain comes in for Jackson. Smart's checked in for Wells. And it's Morant in for Pippen. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Williams comes in for Torrey Craig. Levine's checked in for Horton Tucker. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Bain with it, now defended by Levine. Bain drawn the double team. Pass to Aldama. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago trailing here. White looking around. A 3 from MP. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain's got 5 rebounds tonight. Morant against MP. Aldama passes to Jackson. Here's Morant. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Chicago has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And here's MP for 3. That will fall for his 7th bucket, 7 for 15 in this game.
Big moment. MP showing some savvy. What a bright future this young man has.
One thing the ball in these spots is what makes Morant the leader that he is.
Morant against MP. Another miss by MP.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Jackson. And he can't bank that one in. And so MP will bring it up for the Bulls. It's a 1-point game. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
A well-executed pull-up is so tough to stop. MP already showing that he has that shot in his skill set.
For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 7 for the field since the beginning of the 4th. Another miss by MP. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Morant with the bucket.
And this is why Morant gets paid the big bucks, to knock down clutch shots like this.
3-pointer, and it's MP with the 3. MP's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
Well, that's the guy you want with the ball. MP was ready, and
it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Yeah, he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves. Yeah, look, it's not always about height. He's showing he wants those boards.
The shot, no good. Nice D from Levine. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw. Memphis with the ball. Here's Bain. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
Here's Morant. Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow. You see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations. That's right. No other option but to foul for some misses.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Well, he competed for that rebound. You love to see him getting in there and scrapping for the ball.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Olson.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show. I'm your host, Jalen Murphy. I know more about sports than you do.
That's debatable.
Watch your mouth, Russ. We got a great show for you today, starting off with a brand new segment, Trash Talk Do's and Don'ts.
Oh, I'll start. Don't tell people how to trash talk when you were a seventh man with a rickety jump shot and the handle of a precocious fourth grader.
Okay. Do keep your mouth shut if you spent most of your career.
Great win tonight, MP.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
MP.
No, game time. Pain time.
What is the development in skill and ability? Numbers are dictated by team performance, but the ability to gain
Game time. Let's get it, MP.
Opportunities to score. That's the win.
I like the sound of that. But let's not forget about these players are prepared and measured by the numbers as well.
Without a doubt.
What's up, MP? We know MP came ready to play.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. You look at the Magic, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Anthony in at the point. And for Chicago, White and Levine are out on the wings. Williams and Vucevic are inside. And it's Giddey in at the 1. The season is still young, but it's been interesting to watch some of the rookies find their footing here in the NBA, Clark.
That's always one of the more interesting things for me. Everybody's journey of development is their own, and it's different and has a unique pace. Some guys come in ready to contribute right away. They're in a good situation. Others, it takes a minute for them to find their stride. So watching it all unfold is really pretty cool. Carter Jr. moves well without the ball and positions himself nicely for catch and shoot chances.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. Here's Levine for 3. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Orlando has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Banchero and Williams over to help. Three-pointer Anthony. Williams grabs the board. The Bulls on offense. It's a three-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
Well, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
So it's Chicago now. After the basket by Orlando. Jacks up a three. That's good from Giddey. On the assist by Levine.
First bucket for this offense. 1 of 4 to start the game.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with me. He said watching tape in preparation for this game, Wendell Carter just kept showing up. Whether it was on the boards, being in the right position defensively, or even stretching the floor at the offensive end. Carter makes a lot of plays that help his team. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Two shots.
That one misses. And Clark, he's a former 1-1 back in 2022. The league better watch out. Paolo Banchero is coming.
And he's coming with force, B.A. Loved him his 1 year in college. Loved his mobility, his strength, his savvy, and all of that on display as he's going to be one of the bright stars in the years ahead in the NBA.
He hits the second from the line. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Hey, guys. Well, the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams, and with the addition this summer of Contavious Caldwell-Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. A player who can space the floor, add to their already stout defense, and has championship pedigree. They're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thanks very much. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside White. Outside Levine. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Magic. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
Last season, this was a surprisingly difficult matchup for them. Lost every game against this team.
Not what you'd expect when you look at the standings. I think this game is important to them to try and turn the tables here.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Substitution here for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Williams comes in for Levine. Horton Tucker, he's checked in for White. And MP subbed in for Giddey. And a new group getting ready for Orlando. Batase's checked in for Carter. Isaac comes in for Wagner. Houston, he's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. And Black subbed in for Anthony. They've got Taylor Horton Tucker. Jalen Smith is out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's MP, and it's Dosunmu in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Black, and that one is hammered home.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
MP no good. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Magic. They'll take on the Cavaliers at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse after this one. That'll be just the second road game of 5 in a row.
Big-time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
And the basket by Dosunmu.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Here's Black, covered by MP. Isaac outside. Pass to Banchero. Isaac in the post. Defended by Horton Tucker. Isaac's shot is off. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to MP. The three is up. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now here's Banchero. He played a great game against Indiana. Ooh, Banchero getting it done and tight.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, they'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in. That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Orlando making a switch here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Isaac. Franz Wagner comes in for Banchero. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Houston. And Anthony subbed in for Black. Now here's MP. Turned in an outstanding game against Memphis. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. And the baseline jumper goes down. Williams has gotten his second bucket on the night.
They appear to be a lot more confident to me now, putting that rough first quarter well behind them.
Down low. Here's Anthony. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Anthony. Here's Wagner. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Chicago's gotten only 4 of 9 from beyond the arc here in the second. Levine feeling it out a bit. Pass to Vucevic. Lets the three fly. Drills it from deep. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Both teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Indiana.
And he also made an impact at the defensive end, blocking 2 shots and contesting others.
Here's White. Pass to MP. Fires from way outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. .29 seconds left in the second quarter. Anthony against MP. Back to Anthony. Takes the three. And the three-pointer goes. Anthony's got 7 points in the game.
That's on the defense. You got to guard Anthony from the corner.
MP way outside. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Outside, Caldwell Pope shoots over White. And that's not going to go. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Bulls leading by just 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break. This one looking like it could come right down to the wire, which I believe is a horse racing term. Big fella, you ever been on a horse?
Of course, Ernie. They call me the Big Wrangler.
Ernie, I just can't imagine